Brainrot C.
I was driving cross-country last fall after a job ended earlier than expected. Nothing serious, just a short film gig that didn't work out. I didn't want to fly, and honestly, I needed the time to think, so I took the long way back through the middle of nowhere. Around 9:30 p.m., somewhere outside Amarillo, I was too tired to keep going. My eyes were burning, my back was stiff, and I figured it was better to crash for the night than risk wrecking my car. I pulled into the first motel I saw, just a small, quiet place off the highway. The kind of place that still uses real keys, not cards. There was only one guy at the front desk, older dude in a flannel shirt with a calm voice. He didn't ask for much, just handed me the key and pointed toward the second floor. The keychain said, "Room 13. I paused for a second and half smiled. "Didn't think places still had a room 13, I said, trying to be funny. The guy looked up for just a second and said, "Most don't. This one does." Then he went back to whatever he was reading. I didn't think much of it. I was too tired to care. Climbed the stairs, found the room. It looked normal enough. Twin bed, tan carpet, dusty TV, small window facing the parking lot. I took a shower, ate some snacks I'd packed, and was out cold before midnight. I don't know what time it was when I first woke up. Maybe 2, 3 a.m. Everything was pitch black except for the blinking red light on the room phone, like someone had left a message. I thought that was weird. Nobody had that number. I hadn't called anyone. I was barely even awake, but I picked it up anyway and pressed play. All I heard was a voice whispering, something like, "I see you," followed by soft static, and then nothing. I sat up in bed, fully awake now, heart pounding. I looked around the room, nothing out of place, but something felt off, like the air was too still. I got up to double check the door, still locked. Then I noticed something that made my stomach drop. The mirror on the wall across from the bed, it wasn't reflecting the room correctly. I could see the bed, the lamp, even myself. But in the mirror, the room door was open, wide open. I turned around instantly. Door was shut, locked tight. But in the mirror, it stayed open, and there was something standing just outside it in the reflection. I grabbed my stuff without even thinking. Shoes half on, phone in one hand, keys in the other. I didn't even shut the door behind me, just bolted downstairs to the lobby. The front desk guy was gone. There was no one around, no security, not even a bell to ring. The lights felt dimmer than earlier, like the whole place had dropped a few watts. I waited around for maybe 15 minutes before just leaving the key on the counter and getting in my car. I drove all the way to Albuquerque that night without stopping. Adrenaline doing the work, coffee couldn't. Later that week, I tried pulling up that motel on Google Maps to leave a review or just figure out what happened. I couldn't find it. No address, no business name, nothing. Eventually, I searched the phone number from the credit card charge, found an old listing that hadn't been updated in years. According to it, the motel burned down in 2003. The name matched. Even the layout looked familiar. But the weirdest part? The article said the fire started in room 13, after someone called the front desk in the middle of the night to report that their room door kept opening, even though it was locked. I tried to forget about it. Honestly, I did. I told myself it was a dream, some kind of half-asleep hallucination mixed with stress and highway brain. And for a while, that explanation worked. I mean, what else do you tell yourself when nothing makes sense? But about a month later, I got an email from my bank asking me to verify a charge. It was from that motel. Again. Same amount. Same date. Only problem was, I hadn't been anywhere near Amarillo since that night. I called them up, thinking it was a fraud thing, or some kind of system error. But the woman on the line told me something that made my whole body go cold. She said the charge came from an in-person swipe, not online, not over the phone. Someone had physically used my card again at that same front desk. When I told her the motel was supposed to be gone, she asked if I was joking. I hung up and just sat there, staring at the wall, because I still had the card. Never lost it, never even took it out of my wallet since that trip. So I did what anyone would do when they start questioning reality. I drove back. I didn't tell anyone, didn't post about it, didn't text friends. I just packed a bag, filled up my tank, and pointed the car toward Amarillo. I didn't even know what I was hoping to find. Closure, maybe, or proof that I had lost my mind. It took me most of the day to get there. I pulled off the same exit as before, past that same rusted diner, and slowed down when I reached the stretch of road where the motel had been. And this time, it was gone. Just a patch of dry grass and concrete foundation. No sign, no building, nothing. I parked and walked through the lot, and that's when I saw it. Half buried under a layer of dirt and leaves, a room key, still on the old school red plastic chain, still marked room 13. That was 2 months ago, and ever since I picked that key up, weird things have been happening again. The TV in my apartment turns on by itself sometimes, always to static, always at exactly 3:13 a.m. Once, I was getting ready for bed and glanced in my hallway mirror, and for a split second, I saw myself standing in a motel room, not my bedroom, same bed, same tan carpet, and behind me, the door was wide open again. I don't think the room ever really let me leave. Not fully. And now sometimes I wake up holding the key, even though I keep locking it in a drawer. And sometimes, just sometimes, I swear I can still hear the phone ringing, even when I don't have one. I finally decided to get rid of the key. It felt dumb, like I was feeding the delusion or something. But I had to try. I drove out to this bridge near where I live, just a quiet place over the river, barely trafficked. Brought the key with me in a little box, wrapped in cloth, like I was handling something radioactive. When I dropped it into the water, I swear I heard it hit the riverbed louder than it should have, like it clanged against something solid, metal maybe, and for a second, just a second, I felt lighter. But that night, 3:13 a.m. rolled around, and the phone rang again. Only this time, it wasn't static. It was the front desk guy's voice. Calm, low, just like I remembered. He said, "You forgot to check out." I didn't sleep after that. Next morning, I went to the drawer where I used to keep the key. It was back. Wet. I think I've been there again. The motel. I don't remember going, but a few mornings ago, I woke up with a motel receipt in my jeans pocket. Same motel name, same room, same handwritten signature at the bottom. "Thank you for staying." The timestamp said 2:59 a.m. My phone had pictures on it too, blurry ones. One of the mirror, one of the door, one of me, just my face reflected in the TV screen, like I was sitting in front of it, staring, half asleep. Eyes open wide. I don't remember taking them. I don't remember leaving my apartment. And the scariest part, I went online again, just to double check, see if anyone else had posted about that place, and I found a Reddit thread. Someone talking about an old highway motel near Amarillo with a room 13 that was always Wrong. The post was from 2014, but the username, it was mine.